At Gulf Coast Weather Solutions, we focus on delivering reliable weather forecasts. Our new app provides reliable weather updates and alerts no matter where you are. With real-time weather alerts and warnings, you can stay informed and prepared wherever you go. Download the Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app today on the App Store and Google Play and stay connected no matter where you are.
Good Thursday morning, everybody. Meteorologist Johnny Lively here to do our Thursday morning show sponsored by HB Neal Construction. Not much going on satellite and radar. We actually are starting to see some clouds start moving in to the Victoria and Houston area. This is really starting to show that high pressure ridge has moved eastward, allowing for some of that flow coming out of the south, giving us that moisture content out of the Gulf, giving us some clouds further to the west. This is thanks to our sponsor of Dana Simmons Real Estate Team that we can show you that satellite and radar imagery. Let's look at the current temperatures across the state of Texas, or across southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana. I apologize, couldn't get it going there for a second. We're into the upper 50s further to the north, and then if you get along the Interstate 10 corridor, Houston a little bit warmer because that's where the warm, moist air is, the cloud is. You're at 70 degrees already in Houston, 64 in Beaumont, 63 in Lake Charles, 61 in Jennings, and then down towards the coast, a little bit warmer already into the mid to upper 80s already. Construction-wise, we're going to start seeing some partly cloudy skies later this morning, especially into the afternoon hours, but overall, this should not be a big issue outdoor-wise at all. We expect that we could see a passing shower later on this morning into the afternoon hours, but it should not be enough to ruin any of our outdoor activities or our construction going on, thanks to our sponsor of Modern Concrete Materials for that. Now, we can see later on this afternoon, again, there's that high-pressure ridge finally breaking down and moving eastward, leaving the state of Texas. This opens the door, or really opens the flow out of the south, giving us a little bit more moisture. And then further to the north, there is that cold front that we'll be waiting on coming in really mainly Saturday night into Sunday morning. That's what's going to help bring us some showers, possibly maybe a couple isolated storms as well, mainly into Saturday and into early Sunday morning. And let's put all this in motion with the moisture content. So we've mainly been dry the last couple of days, and then look further south, you finally start seeing that moisture start pushing into our region later on today, especially on Friday and Saturday into Sunday morning. And then as we get into early next week, we actually see that the moisture content stays pretty high. That's because another boundary, another cold front will be moving into our region on Wednesday morning. So not only do we expect a cold front Saturday night into Sunday morning, but another cold front coming in on Wednesday. So this will help give us, I wouldn't say the best rain chances, but this does help bring some much needed rain chances to our region. So we've got 10% coverage today, not much, 30% coverage on Friday, and a lot of that's probably going to stay further to the west in Houston. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we have 50% coverage, and a lot on Sunday is mainly going to be into the morning, into the early afternoon hours, so not all day on Sunday. And then we die down on Monday, and then there's our next round on 20% coverage on Tuesday ahead of our next front. And all of this, it looks good, right? But all of this actually is going to be light in the rainfall total department. So even though it does look good coverage-wise, unfortunately, the rainfall totals do look pretty light. If we put this into the Futurecast, sponsored by Dana Simmons Real Estate Team, main thing that we're going to see today is the cloud cover really increasing across the region, but we can have a passing shower later on this morning into the afternoon hours, but not going to cause any big issues. And the majority of the rain that we see on Friday looks to stay further to the west, over there towards Sugar Land, Houston, and Lake Jackson region. And then as we start getting into Saturday, again, rinse and repeat, we notice that a lot of this will be pretty active towards the Houston area, but instead of just staying in that region, we actually be moving further to the east. So this starts off Saturday morning in Houston, and then eventually Saturday afternoon, this will get into Liberty County, start getting into Beaumont and Jefferson County, and then start getting into southwest Louisiana and Lake Charles, and continuing moving eastward on Saturday into Sunday ahead of that cold front that's moving into our region. So you can see that it slowly starts moving further eastward throughout the day on Saturday, and that's our best chance or best coverage of rain Saturday into early Sunday morning. High temperatures today, sponsored by Switch Electric, mainly will be into the upper 80s, some areas getting into that 90-degree mark. Further down towards the beach will be into the low 80s, Galveston at 82, Crystal Beach at 81 degrees. Overnight lows, a little bit warmer, especially further to the north. They were being into the upper 50s. Now they're going to be into the low 60s because of all the warm, moist air that we're going to have into our region. The Interstate 10 corridor will mainly be into the upper 60s to low 70s, and then down towards the beach beach will be into the mid to upper 70s. Here's our 7-day forecast for southeast Texas. We've got some rain chances really the next couple of days, all the way through the weekend. And then we have another cold front, not only Saturday night into Sunday, but another cold front coming in on Wednesday. Look at the lows on Monday morning at 56 degrees. We warm up on Tuesday morning at 68, but then there's another cold front coming in on Wednesday morning. Here we are for Southwest Louisiana, 7-day forecast. A little bit better coverage on Saturday and Sunday, higher moisture content. So that gives us a little bit better rain coverage on Saturday and Sunday for Southwest Louisiana. Look at the high on Monday, 83 degrees. That's the coolest we've been so far this fall here locally. And then we warm up, unfortunately, on Tuesday ahead of our next cold front, but then we're back to 83 degrees on Wednesday after that cold front pushes through. So rain does look pretty decent. We need it because we're in a drought. The rainfall totals, unfortunately, do look low. It is possible some isolated areas could get up to an inch, inch and a half, but majority of the region does look like it's going to stay below an inch of rain, especially pretty much now through Sunday. And we'll keep updating you guys throughout the day and throughout the week. So thank you all for watching the Thursday morning show. We'll have another update throughout the day, but we'll have our video update with Lucas Boswick later on this evening. Have a wonderful Thursday, and thanks again for tuning in to Gulf Coast Weather Solutions.